afternoon. This is Jerome Scott, the insurance guy, here with season two, episode 2 or 3, 4 or 5. There's a lot of episodes out there, bunch of episodes, but I'm glad you tuned in, and this is going well. This afternoon, I've got with me today Janell Geddis, Dr. Janell Geddis, and she's here to operate on my brain. No, I'm kidding. Dr. Janell Geddis is with Miller-Motte College in the area, and she is the president. Do I have that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
I want to make sure I have that correct. She's the president of Miller-Motte, and they have several disciplines at that institution that you need to know about. And if you're local, definitely you need to know about it. But Dr. Geddis has been on the campus for how many years now?
This is actually February makes about 2 years now.
2 years
Yep,
on the campus.
2 years.
And with that being said, Miller-Motte, how many students do you have presently at the college?
Currently, I have 508 students enrolled.
That's amazing.
Yes.
We have over 500 students
Over
at Miller-Motte.
500 students, yes.
Do you find it interesting, and maybe I'm out of context here, but Miller-Motte, you do not hear too much about Miller-Motte.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have a sweatshirt?
We have T-shirts, sweatshirts, all kinds of stuff.
Okay, I'm just saying, you need to get out there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I know that there's just definitely been some brand awareness that I've been focusing on myself with the real rebranding of the college. Because I think we mostly were known in the past for barbering and, cosmetology, massage therapy. And so now it's a whole new Miller-Motte.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
right. So you got some merch, as they say, some merch
We
out
do
there.
got some merch.
Okay, that's great, yeah. Now, as you look at Miller-Motte, which you're a part of a larger organization, I guess, a larger director. But how many campuses are there with Miller-Motte?
So there are 7 Miller-Motte colleges across a few different states. So there are 3 right here in North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So Fayetteville, of course, we have one in Raleigh, and there's one in Jacksonville, North Carolina. And then outside of North Carolina, we have 2 in Georgia, and we also have one in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Now, they have the same disciplines?
No, we all have similar disciplines, but they are different across the brands. So, for example, Raleigh has a dental assistant program. We don't have that here.
Mm-hmm.
But we do have combination welding and HVAC. And so there are some similarities across them, but there are some things that are unique about each one.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you said where they were. I guess, are there any students that are looking and they decide to go to Miller-Motte? Are there scholarships that they can get, any type of assistance with their tuition?
Yeah, and when they go to our website, at the bottom of the website, there's a list of different scholarships, tuition assistance, and different items like that for funding purposes. So, yeah, we have a variety of things available.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, we're here in Cumberland County, Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, we are a community that kind of travels, transfers. Mm-hmm. Can a student transfer from here to another, let's say Raleigh?
Yeah, as long as we have the same program that they want to continue in, we always have transfers. I just recently had one come from the Jacksonville campus because they're coming here to be a part of Fort Bragg. So those things happen, and we communicate really well among the different campuses to be able to make that flexibility easy for the students.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What else about don't let me hog this, but what else you'd like to get out there so Fayetteville will know about what's happening on that campus?
So I think the big thing is, one, just to know what programs we offer. Like I said, it's a brand new Miller-Motte, a lot of things that weren't there previously. We recently just launched 2 new programs within the last 9 months or so, and that is the combination welding program and plumbing. So those are our newest programs. In addition to that, we have HVAC, electrical. We also have medical clinical assistant, and we have a really cool program where if any of the students finish one of our trades programs, they can continue on to get their associate's degree. And so it's a construction trades management associate's degree. And in addition, we do have CDL as well, Class A CDL program here in Fayetteville. And I love our organization because even after the students are done with, let's say, that construction trades management, we have a Miller-Motte College online and they can go and get their bachelor's degree. And so it's nice because they're able to continue that education in increments. And so, because sometimes just going straight for a bachelor's degree can be overwhelming for a person.
Right.
And it may not be exactly what they started off wanting to do, but just to know that that opportunity is there for them. I think that's really awesome what we do. And that's not something that you always see.
All right. Super. That's great. That is. And do you have employers that come on campus and say, I'm looking for HVAC person?
Yeah.
Do you have somebody I can hire?
Yeah.
You got that going on?
Yeah, we do got that going on, and we always welcome more. So if anybody's watching this and want to come and take a look at our students, we appreciate that. But yes, our Director of Career Services and the Career Services Department as a whole, they take that part very seriously. And we try to bring the community into the building as much as possible. So one, they can see our facility, see what we're doing with our students so that they know that they're leaving us with a really strong foundation. But we've had companies come in and host on-site interviews. We have companies come in and do career fairs. We do at least a quarterly career fair. So there are a lot of opportunities for employers to connect with our students.
Right.
And we want to work with those students as much as possible to make sure they're career ready as well. So we are doing the hands-on technical training, but we also are prepping them for the career field and making sure that they're ready to be a strong asset to what it is that any employer is going to need.
Now you mentioned the career fair and getting that a part of that. Again, as far as marketing that, is Miller-Motte going into high schools to say we're in this location and we offer this kind of, because a lot of students don't know what's going on. I mean, as far as where they can go, they haven't made up their mind. And of course, there's a misnomer. Everybody wants to be a doctor, lawyer, and we already know the trades make most of the money.
Yeah, right. So you're 100% right. And so we are working very closely, especially even with Cumberland County School District right now. We have a field trip that's about to happen where we calling it Weld Wars, and it's going to be in April. And our students are competing amongst each other in the welding program with who has like the best welding skills and those type of things. So it's a nice engagement activity for our students. However, we've invited the high school students to come on campus and participate and to watch this happen, and then also be able to see all of the other programs that we're offering. So they get to touch the trade. So all of our program directors are going to have different activities where they get to do a little hands-on and touch the trade, see what it looks like. So we are working with Cumberland County School District with that field trip. And then we hope to be able to do even more things like that just across the Fayetteville area as a whole to bring the students to what we are doing, but then us also going out to the students and getting into their schools. We were recently a part of the big career fair that Cumberland County hosted.
Okay.
And just anything else that comes up. We recently went to another high school where we did a career fair presentation for them as well too. So if there's any opportunity for us to get there, we'll even bring our 18-wheeler truck out there so that they can see it. So it's just really big for us to get to the people because they're not going to always be able to come to us and know what we got going on.
I had a thought there. You say you've got a welding program. Have the students put together some type of artwork maybe?
They have
that people can look at.
Yes.
I got a place you could put it if you'd like to have it.
Okay.
Yeah, to the office here, and I'd love to display it.
That sounds good.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, they have created some cool things.
Yeah, I imagine they have. You know,
yes.
So that's super. I'm looking forward to see if you could do that for me.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
Absolutely. I'm gonna make sure we do that for you. Yeah.
Okay. How are your semesters broken up? Let's get back to that. Tell us about that.
So our programs all of our classes are 5 weeks. enrollment cycle. So we enroll every 5 weeks. So we just had recently a start on February 9th, for example. And then 5 weeks later, on March 16th, we'll have another start. And so every 5 weeks, we bring students on. Our programs are 10 months long for all of the trades programs. And then our medical clinical assistant program is 15 months long. So these are short cycle programs that get in and get out quickly and be able to get into those career fields.
Right.
So the classes are usually either 5 or 10 weeks long, depending on what program that they're in. And what's nice about it is we make sure that the students are completely ready to go when they leave with us. And so they come in with getting their own tool bag. We give a Chromebook so that they can complete all of their assignments with a backpack and some earbuds. And so we give them uniforms, we give them all of the PPE and safety equipment that they would need in order to be inside the classes. So we really try to make sure it's a full package deal and they are able to come in and, be ready to work.
That's terrific.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So anyone that comes in, if they're going to drive an 18-wheeler, they'll be able to enter on the passenger side and exit on the driver's side.
Yeah, they will be able to definitely get all of the ins and outs of what they need to do in order to be able to be safe, one.
Right.
And at the end, we also, for CDL, do the third-party testers too. So that is a very big plus for our students, not having to wait on the DMV for testing and those type of things. So that is another thing that we offer as well too. So when they're done with the CDL program, our instructors are licensed with the state of North Carolina to do the third-party testing as well too.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. That's terrific.
Yeah.
So it's interesting because it appears, and you said it, when they come in, you actually take them through the hurdles, and
Right.
when they're done, they're ready to really make it happen for
Exactly.
themselves.
Yes, and that's one thing I just love about the company as a whole. We try to eliminate as many barriers as we can for our students so
Mhm.
that they can be successful.
Okay.
We do have a strong student services department as well too. So if there are those other things that come up, we try to do our best to partner with the community so that way we can let students know about the services that Fayetteville offers to be able to help students. And so partnering with Fayetteville is important to me so we can be able to help
Okay.
the students in that way.
Are there one or two partners out there that come to mind that have been extremely helpful to you?
So one, I can say Fayetteville Urban Ministry has definitely helped out when it came to the food drives, and that community partnership has been positive. Even when we did food drives, we would take some of the food over there to be able to help with their pantry.
Sure.
And we've sent students over there and they have received assistance. So that has been extremely helpful.
Terrific.
And then just even with FAST, students that need transportation, being able to partner with them to get the discounted student bus passes.
Mhm.
That is extremely helpful. A lot of our students utilize the student bus passes.
Okay.
So that's been extremely helpful as well.
Terrific. Okay,
Mhm.
good. Well, it appears that people know you, but there's some people that need to know you. So
Mhm.
that's pretty important.
Yes.
I'd like to thank you for coming in today and give you an opportunity to plug Miller-Motte again for anything that comes to mind that you'd like to emphasize
Mhm.
to the listeners out there. Is there anything that?
So I would just say, we're on 3725 Ramsey Street, and so we're right behind the Wiener Works. And we would love for anyone that is interested in starting a new career or changing a career or even just having something additional under their belt. We have 10-month programs in HVAC, electrical, plumbing, combination welding, medical clinical assistance, and CDL. So if that's something that interests you, you can come by to the campus Monday through Friday. We open as early as 8 a.m. and we're there until 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday. And then on Fridays, we're there until 5 o'clock. So just come by and come and see our admissions reps. We'll give you a tour and answer any questions that you have.
Okay. I've got one thing because you just mentioned something here, and that is with someone wanting to make a change. They're employed, but they have an interest in whatever, and they know this one's going to be it for them. What about your night classes? Are there any
That's
night
a good
classes?
question. Yes, we have day and evening classes. So our classes go all the way until 10 o'clock at night. So we do have those options for that flexibility.
Yeah.
So all of our programs offer a day and an evening. And then our CDL program, we even offer a weekend program on the CDL.
You didn't know
So
that?
that helps, yeah.
Okay.
So they can do weekends only.
That's terrific. That's
Mhm.
terrific. So an individual can fit this in if they're serious about making a move.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As it relates to those courses, classes, and things to do, does the discipline provide assessments for that individual? I'm interested in driving 18-wheeler.
Mhm.
Is there an assessment to see if this person would be good at driving a 18-wheeler or
So-
what, other than saying I got a driver's license? So yeah,
Right.
for any other field, there are actually aptitude tests.
Yeah. So we have a really strong admissions process overview. And so there are some built-in areas in our process where a student is able to ensure that this was the best fit for them.
Yeah.
So if they go through our entire process, they'll be able to be confident in the decision that they've made once they're done with that process. And we do a Smarter Measures assessment. So it even lets them know if they're college ready too. Because
Right.
sometimes we have those barriers that we just have to work out, whether it's time management, the technical competency-ish part of it as well too. Just being able to know when they're going into school, they're going to be comfortable. But even if it's something that still seems like needs a little help, we can know then on our end, how do we work with that student to make sure that they're still successful?
Yeah.
So we do our best to eliminate even those barriers. But yes, if they go through our entire admissions process overview, when they are done with that, they should be pretty confident in whichever program that they
made
choose.
this, because no one likes to get bad news, but the point is if the person can't do it or
Yes.
it's a little iffy, somebody's got to tell that person,
Correct.
you're not the person that needs to be doing this.
Absolutely. And our director of admissions, she does a very thorough consultation with every student that enrolls. So it's not just, an admissions rep and that's it, but they even have a second consultation just to make sure she can ask those additional questions and go through that process to let them know if this is going to. And then we also look at career readiness, like there are some requirements with most CDL if you're going to be a driver that if it seems like you may not be able to meet those requirements, having those conversations up front. And sometimes it's not a no, but maybe not right now,
Not right now.
And you make those adjustments.
And I've got 3 DUIs, and this may not be the time.
This may not be the time. Let's work on that.
7 more years, and we'll get you back in.
Exactly. So we do look at all of that. We pull motor vehicle records. We do all of those things to make sure that a person is going to be successful.
Okay. All right. Well, how did you know you wanted to do this? I mean, you're a director now. You came up through the ranks. No one just gave this to you.
No,
maybe they did. I don't know. But how did you end up having this on there?
Well, I've been in education for over 15 years now. So definitely went up through the ranks and started off as an instructor. And I was in Charleston, South Carolina prior to coming to Fayetteville. So I've only been in Fayetteville for 2 years now.
Right.
But prior to that, I was an instructor. Then I became a program director. I became a director of education and career services, and then eventually campus president. So definitely have and seen different programs start and end and built new programs and seen a lot of different parts of the education industry as a whole. And so
fantastic. Okay. Well, you've been a breath of fresh air, Dr. Geddis. She's here today, and certainly if you've heard something here today that kind of strikes you, give them a call. And what's that number again, Dr. Geddis, that they can call?
The phone number?
Phone number, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
Well, I'll
remember
have to, not by heart, but I can get it for you.
You go ahead and get that. You get the call. But
Yeah.
they need a number, but you're located on Ramsey.
Yep, 3725 Ramsey Street.
And if you have some questions, further information, you can give me a call at 487-0044. If you want to get those kids out of your house and get them programmed to do something on their own, maybe HVAC systems, things like that, to work on your own heating and air, or even get them a CDL so they can leave your house and not come back, that sort of thing. But what's the number there?
So the phone number is 910-759-7693.
Give it again.
It's 910-759-7693.
Thanks again, Dr. Geddis.
Yes,
It's been a
thank
pleasure,
you.
and I'm glad you at least said yes when I called.
Absolutely. Well,
And
thank you for inviting me.
well,
I
that's so quite
appreciate
all
it.
right. Some people think I just pull people off the street, and no, you weren't pulled off the street. But I'm glad you came in. It's been a pleasure, and it's been an eye opener for me. Again, thank you for tuning in. This has been a great session. Again.